and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I've got the Hidden Gems gift box die set to share with you. I've already done a video of the Superb Standing gift box die set, which was released at the same time as this, and I'll put the link of that down below in the description of this one so you can check that out as well. But this one is a sort of a two-part gift box, and you can see it here on the packaging, where one gift box sort of fits into a casing, maybe that's what we'd call it, of another little box here, and 30 dies and all sorts of things there. You can see the dimensions here. The complete box size is 120 millimeters by 64 by 64, which is 4.7 inches by 2.5 by 2.5, and all the instructions are inside there as well. I'm going to have a really quick look through this and give you a few suggestions as to how you can use these dies as well, but then I really just want to get into making it because I don't like to keep you back. Anyhow, I'm thinking that these dies, it actually looks pretty straightforward how you assemble it there, but these dies could also be used for bunting. You see this lovely triangular one here, and beautiful patterns and layers that go inside there, and you could certainly use these to build up possibly even Christmas tree shapes as well, and all sorts of things from that, and layers that would be used on cards as well. So I'm going to go and cut some out and come right back, and then we'll just start making this beautiful box that's on the instruction packet here. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd really love you to do that too. I have loads and loads of videos that might interest you. If you're already here today checking out some craft stuff, you might like some of the other things I have. There's lots of playlists there as well. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, and that way you'll get a little note to let you know when a new video goes up. And if you have time at the end, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment. That way we can keep in touch, and I usually try my best to get back to reply, and I really love hearing from everybody. So thank you. I've picked out some, this is Coral Luster, Bubblegum Pink and Burnished Rose satin effect card to all go together for this, and I think it looks really nice together. But for the outside edge that I'm starting first of all, I've die cut two of this large shape here. Kind of looks like a boat's sail from here, and I've cut that out twice, and then I've cut this one out twice as well, and this is the one with the little tab up at the top there, so you can see that one there, and then this one. There are little decorative panels for those as well, so I have I'm going ahead with this one first of all, and I've taken these little pieces here, and you can cut those out in plain card for each side and layer those on, or maybe patterned paper or whatever. But what I've done is I've cut those out in the satin effect card, and then I've used each of them with their coordinating pattern die, and I've made a little pattern panel for the tops of both of them, and I'm going to go ahead and glue those on. So I've put the Coral Luster card on top, and there you can see it. So I'm just going to glue those on, those panels first of all. I've already done the other one. Next you'll find three square dies all together there, and then a decorative panel in the middle of it. So you need to cut out two of the large ones and two of the small ones, and then you can go ahead and do the same thing with this one for the top of the little box. So I've cut the satin card in the back, and then the Coral Luster with the two again, and I'm just going to set that one aside. And then on here I'm going to just glue this larger one into the bottom here. Next you'll take this little die with the two glue tabs on the side there, burnish those, fold them back in and burnish them, and then you'll glue that one right up in there so that the top is level with the bottom of these two little glue tabs, and do that on both. Now you can glue these two little tabs over and then attach that on here. Do the same up at the top, and you can see there I've added the smaller glue square onto the top and the bottom there. I like to do that just to strengthen this, but I've also got the initial ones that I cut, and when I glue this on here I'm going to put this inside, and that will cover those little glue tabs on the inside, and turn it over then and do the same on the other side up at the top. onto the inner box, and you can see the two pieces that I cut earlier on. I have them here, and I've left one intact, just decorated the other side of it, and then on this one you want to cut the opening on it. So you'll take this die, which you can see just fits in here, but this one has a cutting edge here, and this is actually a fold line here, so it won't actually cut this piece right out. It leaves it with a little hinge on it. And then I have gone ahead and decorated all these little elements up with the panels that fit inside them, and you'll find those all in your die set. Again, made in the same way as I made all the panels for this one. There we are, and I have them there. And then I've gone ahead with these two dies, and I've cut those out in the pearl luster card. And I haven't decorated those yet because I just want to see which way up the pattern will end up being before I glue those together and add the panels on. And then I've cut the two little wings as well. You can see them here, the flat part for the bigger one, and then the decorative panels on here, and I've done that here. So some of this is in the bubblegum pink, and then some of this is in the coral luster as well. And I've also made myself a little top part for it with the decorative part that I showed you, which fitted right on here, and I have made the little tab to fit over the side and just glued that on, and I've got some foam pads there to attach that at the end. So I'm going to go ahead with this, and this is the one with the opening part on it here, and I'm going to lay that like this. Then I have one of these that's going to get glued onto that tab. Then I have this one, which is going to get glued on under there, and then I've got these wings. I have to remember I cut one out the wrong way around the last time, so they're both different, and I've got them here. So one's going to go on this glue tab, and one is going to go on this glue tab, and then I've got this one which goes on here. And when I've all that glued together, then I'll know which way around the pattern goes in this, and I'll be able then to work out which way around I want the pattern on my paper. Once the glue has dried and all of that, and it just takes a second or two more because of the pearlescent card here, once that's all dried, you can go ahead and just go right round this, attaching all the glue tabs on the inside, and it makes up your beautiful little box. So these ones go on here, and then this one will go on here, but it all becomes very clear. Once you actually glue the first one, you'll see how everything else just follows in. I've used these dies then, and I placed them like this on the card, on the paper, so that some were going up the way and down the way, and then this meant the pattern was all going the right way around here, and I was able just to glue them straight on then after that. Now I've taken this die and I have added that on here, so that obviously stops the front of it going through, and then you take the next size down and you'll only put glue around, oops, upside down. You'll put the glue just right down here and here, and pop that right down at the bottom there. And when that glue's dry, this part here just fits right in there, and that holds your lovely little box closed. I don't even know what you would call that shape, but it's very different and it's actually very, very pretty. And then this one fits inside this one just like that. Nifty, isn't it? Now I have a 5x7 card here, and I'm just looking at this and thinking it would be really, really lovely as a sort of a signature for a memory book, but it could also be used as a card as well. So I have taken one of the dies that folds like this to make the side panel for the other box part here, and I have put a little piece of paper along the bottom of it there just to decorate it, and burnished all the score lines. And then on this bottom tab I've turned the tab forwards, and this one I've glued it back, or folded it backwards, and I'm now going to just twist it like that, and then I can glue the back two pieces here, and attach that onto the card or the signature for a memory book, and that becomes then a lovely little pocket. I've left it open in at the back, so you could actually keep that as 2 pockets. You could have one there, and then you could still use this front one as a separate one for a smaller tag. And what I've done for the tag, or whatever it is here, a photo mat or whatever you're wanting to use this for, it could actually be for a little pull out for an RSVP or something, for a wedding invitation or a party invitation. But I have cut this at 11 by 13 centimeters, so it's just going to fit inside here and leave enough room for it to pull out and in. And then I've taken the little dies that we used on the corners here, so it's with the little shoulder pieces, and that's this one and this one together, and I've cut those out and glued them onto the corners there. And then on the piece that I used for here, I've cut that out twice, and I've used it as a tab on the top of my little photo mat. So you can see I've glued it on there, and then I've glued another one on here, and that's just a flower from another die set. It's actually the intricate oval die set, and I put that on top. And you don't actually want to add anything else onto that, because that's going to be the tab that you pull out and in. But I thought that made another lovely little, just another little idea. But you could also use, you know, any of these ones you could use instead of here. Use the longer ones with the detailed dies in them. You've got all of those, just see it here. You've got all of these pieces which you could actually do there, or even if you wanted to decorate the back of it here. Patterned, I would actually put patterned paper on the back of that if this was going to be a card, so that when you lift this out there's still going to be something there. But I was thinking of it more as a memory book. I've really just used this as a little signature. So there you are, that's all I'm going to make with it. There's actually quite a few other things. I'm quite sure I can see different things in there. I love the layering square dies, and that decorative one in the middle that I've used for here, and that definitely could be used as a sort of a quilting pattern across the front of a card. But for now I'm going to leave it here. We've got the box, and then the little piece that comes out of it just slides out and in like that. It's really, really cute, very, very different and really beautiful. I'm going to lift that out and we'll have a little look in here again. There we are. So I've got that, and then, as I say, a lovely little card or a memory book pocket. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and thanks very, very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, I would really love you to do that. I know lots of you have now, but I can see there's still quite a few people watching who haven't subscribed. Thank you very, very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the notification bell too, and that way you'll be kept up to date with everything new as it comes along, and there's lots more. I have lots of things, but I think before this is actually published, before I publish this video, there's lots and lots of stuff that I've been working on for weeks all coming out, and it's very, very exciting. There's loads of things there. Anyhow, thank you so much for watching. My affiliate links to everything that I have used will be down in the description, and if you have enjoyed it, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment. And in the meantime, happy crafting. Bye.